Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to our voyage into the most profound enigmas of existence, where human comprehension flickers like a solitary candle amid the eternal tempest of the cosmos. When we gaze upon the night sky, we are met with a velvet canopy of darkness adorned with twinkling stars, evoking sensations of tranquility, romance, and perpetuity. We often lull ourselves with the notion that the universe is a serene masterpiece, a grand theater meticulously arranged for humanity's admiration. Yet this is a perilous delusion, a beguiling mirage concealing a far more ruthless reality. The universe is no benevolent matron. It is a chaotic apparatus of violence and utter indifference to our presence. If you believe that voracious black holes devouring light or supernova explosions rending space asunder represent the pinnacle of terror, I urge you to reconsider. Scattered throughout that vast obscurity are worlds, exoplanets beyond our solar system, harboring environments so extreme that they surpass the wildest imaginings of science fiction authors. These are realms where the very concept of life is not merely impossible, but where the endurance of matter itself is imperiled. Places where a mere fraction of a second's exposure would obliterate you from reality in the most agonizing and horrific manners conceivable. Let us commence this descent into perdition by visiting a deceptive gem, a celestial assassin cloaked in angelic guise, known as HD 189733b. From a safe vantage in space, observed through the lenses of our most advanced telescopes, this planet presents an enchanting beauty. It is enveloped in a deep cobalt blue hue, profound and alluring, immediately reminiscent of our cherished Earth, that marble of verdant life. However, do not permit your vision to deceive you, for beneath this placid veneer rages an infernal forge. HD 189733b is no rocky orb with cooling oceans. It is a gas giant larger than Jupiter. Classified among the hot Jupiters, it is tidally locked in a fatal waltz with its host star, orbiting at a suffocating proximity, 13 times closer than Mercury to our Sun. The consequence of this lethal intimacy is a daytime temperature perpetually sustained at approximately 1100 degrees Celsius, a figure twice that of Venus, already dubbed the Inferno of our solar system. Recent observations, including those from the James Webb Space Telescope in 2024, have revealed even more harrowing details. The atmosphere contains trace amounts of hydrogen sulfide, imparting a stench akin to rotten eggs, alongside precisely measured quantities of water, carbon dioxide, and carbon monoxide. Notably absent is methane, countering earlier hypotheses. Yet the temperature is not the utmost horror. That captivating blue is not the reflection of water but arises from the scattering of light through clouds laden with silicate crystals, essentially glass. Envision an atmosphere devoid of vapor, inundated instead with minuscule particles of molten glass. Compounding this is the presence of supersonic winds. Due to extreme temperature differentials, the atmosphere is convulsed by perpetual storms with wind speeds reaching 8,000 km per hour. Several times the speed of sound. This engenders a meteorological phenomenon no organism could withstand. Rains of molten glass that do not plummet downward but are hurled sideways across the planetary's surface at bullet-like velocities of 2 km per second. Should you stand there, you would not be incinerated instantaneously, rather, you would be shredded by billions of incandescent glass shards, lacerating at supersonic speeds. This is a planetary-scale mincer, situated 64 light-years distant in the constellation Vulpecula, a stark reminder that cosmic beauty often accompanies absolute annihilation. Yet if the azure glow of HD 189733b is a snare, the universe harbors locales where even light dares not venture. Turn your attention to TRES 2b, the entity proclaimed the darkest coal in the cosmos. This is the embodiment of eternal shadow, a gas giant orbiting the star GSCO 3549-02811. What chills astronomers upon observing TRES 2b is not what they behold, but what eludes sight. This planet possesses an uncanny capacity for light absorption. reflecting less than 1% of the illumination it receives from its host. To visualize this, it is blacker than charcoal, darker than any human-crafted acrylic paint, approaching absolute blackness. Should you traverse it aboard a spacecraft, you would perceive not a sphere but a void punched into the starry backdrop. An invisible abyss engulfing every photon. Its atmosphere harbors enigmatic chemical compounds, possibly vaporized sodium, potassium, or titanium oxide, that voraciously absorb light. Recent studies, including those up to 2024, confirm its status as the least reflective exoplanet known, with a geometric albedo near zero. However, this obscurity does not equate to frigidity. Orbiting perilously close to its star, TRES-2b's surface is heated to nearly 1000 degrees Celsius. Thus, though ebony in hue, it emits a faint, spectral red luminescence, feeble and eerie, akin to a dying ember in a hearth or the bloodshot eye of a demon glaring into the void. It is nature's paradox, a world ablaze yet shrouded in perpetual darkness, where light enters and never departs. And then we confront the extremity of temperature, where the boundary between planet and star dissolves. Behold Kelt 9b, the hottest exoplanet humanity has uncovered, situated approximately 670 light-years away in the constellation Cygnus. Kelt 9b is a veritable monstrosity. It orbits an A-type star of exceptional heat and luminosity, with an orbital path so intimate that a year there spans less than 1.5 Earth days. This proximity propels its dayside surface temperature to 4,300 degrees Celsius. To grasp this abomination, recall that our Sun's surface is about 5,500 degrees Celsius, and many red dwarf stars register merely 3,000 degrees. Thus, Kelt 9b exceeds the heat of actual stars. At such temperatures, molecules disintegrate, they are rent into solitary atoms. The atmosphere ceases to be gas in the conventional sense, transforming into a seething plasma of metallic inferno. Intense heat and ultraviolet radiation from the parent star assail this planet, causing its atmosphere to evaporate into space, forming a radiant comet-like tail. Advanced models from 2024, incorporating data from instruments like CARMENES, reveal an extended hydrogen envelope being gravitationally siphoned by the star. Kelt 9b is being eroded by its own progenitor, gradually vaporizing over time. Scientists forecast that in mere millions of years, a cosmic blink, this colossal world will be stripped bare, leaving only a scorched rocky core, a tragic remnant of a once mighty realm. The universe's horrors extend to the remnants of demise. In the constellation Virgo, 2,300 light-years distant, resides a planetary system orbiting the pulsar PSRB 1257+12. A pulsar is the corpse of a massive star that detonated in a supernova. Now a rapidly spinning neutron core emitting lethal radiation beams like a hellish lighthouse. Astonishingly and terrifyingly, 3 planets orbit this cadaver. Dubbed the zombie planets, Draugr, PSRB 1257+12b, Poltergeist, PSRB 1257+12c, and Phobtor, PSRB 1257+12d. These worlds are bathed in high-intensity ionizing radiation. Standing upon one, the sky would never darken but blaze with aurorae enveloping the horizon in resplendent veils. Yet this splendor is lethal. The radiation levels would instantaneously dismantle any organism's DNA, incinerating cells from within. Recent analyses, including those from 2024, affirm these as the first confirmed exoplanets, formed perhaps from the supernova's debris disk. They endure in a stellar graveyard, where life is prescribed, and death reigns eternal. Continuing our odyssey, we arrive at Corot 7b, the inaugural confirmed rocky exoplanet beyond our solar system, yet a distorted facsimile of Earth. Initial hopes of discovering a hospitable twin yielded instead a molten sea, tidally locked to its host. One hemisphere perpetually faces the star, the other eternal night. The dayside is a churning ocean of molten rock at 2,600 degrees Celsius, where stone evaporates into vapor, condenses aloft, and precipitates as scorching pebble rains. Witnessing dawn on Corot 7b would be your final moment, as the heat vaporizes your form swifter than a blink. Conversely, the nightside plunges to hundreds of degrees below zero, a domain of glacial silence and lethality. The terminator zone between light and dark is a maelstrom of thermal extremes. Inhospitable to all. Updated mass and radius measurements from 2022. At 6.06 Earth masses and 1.528 Earth radii. Confirm its rocky composition, with potential siblings like Corot 7c and Corot 7d detected via radial velocity. And concluding this roster of infernal worlds is OGLE 2005 BLG 390LB. Whimsically termed the hockey puck planet. Position 21.00 light-years away near the Milky Way's core in Scorpius. This Earth-sized body endures frigid extremes, orbiting at a distance akin to Earth's from the Sun, yet around a dim red dwarf. Its surface temperature plummets to -220 degrees Celsius. Colder than Pluto, its facade is encased in perpetual ice, not water, but frozen ammonia, methane, and nitrogen. This is a frozen sepulchre, a rigid world where chemical reactions halt, exemplifying the solitude and chill of space absent a nurturing star's warmth. Recent confirmations via microlensing reinforce its status as one of the coldest known exoplanets. These planets, from furnaces of thousands of degrees to eternal ice, serve as a resounding admonition that our Earth is a rare anomaly, a fragile miracle amid an ocean of chaos and demise. Yet, ladies and gentlemen, the universe's terrors transcend space, temperature, or pressure. A deeper, more philosophical and existential dread resides in time and the illusion of reality. Have you ever pondered whether what you perceive at this instant truly exists? The sorrowful answer is no. The universe you observe nightly, the glittering stars, the spiraling galaxies, all are phantoms of the past, relics of bygone eras. We inhabit a temporal trap, confined by the absolute limit of light speed. Prior to the 17th century, humanity naively believed light instantaneous, that upon opening one's eyes, the world's image assailed us forthwith. But scientists like Ole Roma and later James Bradley shattered this illusion. Through observations of Jupiter's moons and stellar aberration, they proved light requires time to traverse distance. Light's speed, though unimaginably swift, approximately 300.00 km per second, is finite. This finitude transforms the universe into a colossal antiquated album. Consider the Sun. Its light takes 8 minutes and 20 seconds to reach Earth. Thus, should the Sun vanish now, we would persist in seeing its radiance and feeling its warmth for over 8 minutes before darkness descends. We never behold the present Sun, only the Sun of 8 minutes prior. Expanding to the cosmos, this lag becomes an abyss severing us from reality. The crimson supergiant Betelgeuse on Orion's shoulder, teetering on collapse, lies 640 light-years away. Should you witness its supernova explosion tonight, blazing like a full moon? That cataclysm occurred in 1386, during Vietnam's Tran dynasty or Europe's Middle Ages. We are mere latecomers to an event centuries concluded. Farther, the Andromeda Galaxy, farthest naked eye object, resides 2.5 million light-years distant. Its light tonight embarked when our ancestors lacked fire, when mammoths roamed. We view its past, not present, and for GNZ 11, 13.4 billion light-years away, we glimpse the primordial universe mere hundreds of millions post-Big Bang. This cruel truth yields a haunting philosophical conclusion: we are isolated in our own present. Light speed erects an invisible barrier, a temporal prison preventing knowledge of the universe. Now, Betelgeuse may have exploded, extraterrestrial civilizations may have risen and fallen, stars we admire may long be extinct. Yet we remain ignorant until light belatedly conveys the news. delayed millennia or eons. The universe perpetually outpaces us. We eternally chase its shadow. This obsession extends beyond astronomy. Even in daily life, minimal distances induce lag. Gazing at a loved one a meter away. Light from their visage takes 3 nanoseconds to reach your eyes. Though infinitesimal, physically, you never see them in absolute present. You behold a micropast. Every image, sound, sensation we experience comprises outdated signals processed by our brains. We dwell in a realm of instantaneous memories, never truly grasping the now. What, then, is this universe? An expanse riddled with lethal traps like glass raining planets and lava seas? Or a temporal illusion where past, present, and future entwine chaotically? Perhaps both. These infernal planets remind us of life's fragility, of our miraculous fortune in possessing a temperate Earth as refuge. Light's speed humbles us, revealing that our vision, even augmented by cutting-edge technology, remains bounded by nature's immutable laws. We resemble archaeologists, excavating light's strata to unearth cosmic history, yet forever unable to capture its breath in the present moment. The universe is infinitely vast, our knowledge a mere grain amid boundless dunes. What we comprehend is frightening, but the unknown may prove exponentially more terrifying. What worlds lurk in shadows? What physical laws warp reality beyond our ken? Answers drift in frigid voids, awaiting light's conveyance, or perhaps we shall never know. Yet this mystery and dread propel humanity to gaze upward, to explore, to inquire, despite knowing responses may evoke shudders. Thank you for accompanying me on this tumultuous traverse through realms of death and temporal paradoxes. Should your curiosity remain unsated, and you wish to delve deeper into the universe's darker secrets, where human reason may be tested to its limits, please indicate. The cosmos endures, impassive and enigmatic, awaiting us in subsequent narratives. Farewell, and until we meet again. Ladies and gentlemen, if our prior journey beheld the past through light's tardy prism, accepting all we see as spectral echoes of history, then now, in these concluding contemplative moments of this discourse series, I invite you to pivot oppositely. Let us gaze toward the future, not tomorrow, nor the ensuing century, but the ultimate terminus of all. For if the universe erupted from a singularity in commencement, nature's symmetry intimates an end, and the narrative of that finale, dear audience, may be physics' most tragic and solitary composition. We inhabit the universe's golden epoch, the stelliferous era, where galaxies burgeon, stellar nuclear forges illuminate obscurity, and life may germinate. Yet this prosperity is ephemeral, a fleeting instant against eternity's scale. Existence's paramount adversary is neither black holes nor supernovae, but a remorseless law, entropy. Per thermodynamics' second law, the universe inexorably flows from order to disorder, concentrated energy to dispersion. We deplete the cosmos's energy reserves each second, with no replenishment. Imagine perched atop a lofty peak, surveying time's valley. Presently, we witness accelerating expansion. Dark energy, a cryptic force dominating cosmic energy density, propels galaxies apart at escalating velocities. In billions of years, our nocturnal firmament will transform utterly. Neighboring galaxies will recede beyond light's reach, their illumination unable to surmount spatial dilation. Future civilizations' telescopes, if extant, will discern only their own galaxy's isolation amid void. They will deem themselves the sole oasis, oblivious to Big Bang evidence or cosmic kin, erased from observation. Our contemporary comprehension of a vast, interconnected universe is a temporal privilege, destined for eternal forfeiture. Yet galactic solitude is mere prelude. As hydrogen reserves dwindle, star formation ceases. Extant stars senesce, inflating to red giants before fading to white dwarfs, neutron stars, or collapsing into black holes. The universe shifts from luminous vibrancy to crimson pallor, then profound blackness, the degenerate era. In eternal gloom, stellar corpses, white dwarfs, drift like aimless icebergs in nihility's ocean. Rare collisions ignite fleeting sparks before oblivion, too infrequent to rekindle cosmos. Dear audience, more harrowing than darkness is matter's dissolution. Advanced particle physics theories posit that protons, atomic nuclei's bedrock, composing our bodies and surroundings, are not immortal. At timescales defying notation, protons decay, then ordinary matter evaporates into subatomic particles and radiation. Planets, stellar remnants, cosmic dust, all dissipate. The universe retains no stone, no metal, no tangible structure, the proton decay era. If such occurs, though debated in 2024 models incorporating quantum gravity. Subsequently, even those ostensibly eternal sovereigns succumb. Stephen Hawking demonstrated black holes emit radiation, gradually diminishing mass. In the black hole era, they evaporate over trillions of years, culminating in final gamma bursts before vanishing. With the last black hole's demise, the universe enters the dark era. Space becomes a dilute sea of long-wavelength photons and neutrinos. At temperatures nearing absolute zero, time, in a sense, halts. Absent events, unchanging state renders before and after meaningless. This is heat death, perfect thermodynamic equilibrium, absolute stasis. The grand mausoleum entombing all memories, histories, civilizations. Confronting this absolute void, the most poignant philosophical query arises: if all returns to dust and shadow, if humanity's endeavors, loves, monuments are erased tracelessly, what signifies our existence? Are we mere chemical accidents, transient ripples on a soon placid lake? Dear audience, this is science's grandest paradox, bestowed not for despair but to kindle profound pride. Life's meaning resides not in matter's eternity, for matter succumbs to entropy. It lies in awareness, in a mindless, frigid universe obeying blind mathematical edicts. Consciousness's emergence is miraculous, a rebellion against chaos. We are the universe's self-observation, sensing its beauty and anguish, though fleeting against stellar lifespans. In this instant we dare measure galaxies, compute time's age, forecast cosmic demise. The universe's distant death diminishes not the present's value but elevates it infinitely. Each breath, heartbeat, gaze exchanged today triumphs over nihility. We are candles blazing brightest ere nightfall. Impermanence negates not importance. A symphony's excellence stems not from endless duration but its structure. Emotion, climax within finite span. Humanity is that symphony's crescendo in the universe's somber opus. Moreover, recognizing our bounds instills humility and compassion. Realizing Earth, our sole communal abode, is a frail lifeboat adrift in spatio-temporal tempests. All conflicts, borders, hatreds appear absurd. The cosmos cares naught for us, poised to pulverize via asteroid or gamma burst. Thus, our sole duty is mutual care, safeguarding knowledge's flame and humanity's ember, passing it onward like a torch through night, lest exploration falter. Perhaps someday humanity evades this fate, discovering portals to other universes or manipulating spacetime to reverse entropy. Yet even if not, our presence, contemplation, love, aspiration to touch stars, that is the grandest legacy. We bequeath not matter, but information, that this universe was not vacant, once harboring soul. Concluding this intellectual odyssey, I hope you feel not fear before immensity and inevitable end, but liberation. We are free to define life's meaning in our bestowed brevity, live worthy of the wondrous fortune assembling stardust atoms into thinking, feeling beings. Persist in curiosity, questioning, for while we wonder, the universe lives vibrantly in our minds. Thank you for patiently journeying with me from infinitesimal dust to time's extremity. From past illusions to future's hush. The cosmos persists, vast and arcane, awaiting those daring to stare unblinking into the abyss. Farewell, and until future intellectual pursuits.